Hello, Geek fans. This is Geeks at the Movies. I'm the lead writer, Jacob Desitels here. I'm gonna do a solo movie review of a movie I just saw, Maze Runner: Scorch Trials. So this is a sequel to the Maze Runner, and I actually really enjoyed the first Maze Runner movie. That's not really the whole young adult thing isn't really my thing. I'm not really into those kinds of movies. I'm into Hunger Games, but those are like the next level. This movie was just under the next level. The first Maze Runner movie, at least. It, it captured me enough for me to want to see a sequel, and it definitely lent itself to a sequel. I think, and this movie was so much better, and I really enjoyed this movie over the first one. It had added so much. It added more action, more intensity, more character development, and it really made you feel for the characters. There's one character, Mino, I guess he's the token Asian kid in the movie. He's so badass. He's so great. And then there's more of Thomas in the movie. You get to know more about his past, and but the whole thing that I really liked about this movie was the action scenes. They're not your conventional action scenes like shooting and explosions and everything. Like, they have those in the movie, but the ones that stood out for me were the chase scenes. Because in a movie called Maze Runner, you gotta have awesome chase scenes, right? And this movie definitely has those. And they add in elements of zombies in this movie, which I think were totally rip off of the video game The Last of Us. They're exactly like those zombies. But anyways, they added in a whole new element of fear in this movie, because they're pretty terrifying for a PG-13 movie, but they just can't show the blood and gore. But it totally takes you on a journey. Like in the first movie, they're stuck in the same place the entire time, but they're just exploring the maze more. In this, they're actually going new places, and so it added that whole element of a wider area to explore. And this movie has some awesome actors in it. I won't spoil who the leader of this one faction is, but he's a really big TV actor, and I was really happy to see that he was in this movie. And as the movie just goes on, I felt that it kind of dropped off near the end. It didn't have the best ending, but it didn't really make me excited for a sequel either, just because of how they ended the movie. But I still am looking forward to the third movie, because I know that the shit's gonna go down in the last movie, because they just upped the ante so much more in this one. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in the third one. So my score for this movie is going to be a 7 out of 10, while the first movie was pretty much a 6 out of 10, because I enjoyed it, but it had a lot of potential. It didn't really go through, but this movie totally went through. So that's my score. They're probably gonna bust this movie out like next year, because that's what they did with this movie. They just busted out a year after the other one. So stick around for that. I've been Jacob Desitels. This has been Geeks at the Movies. See you later.